Welcome. Thank you for joining today. I am so excited to bring you some really exclusive and basically almost a flash sale for AmaWaterways. When these sales come along, I want to get this out and let people know about some opportunities and some fun things that we've been seeing on our side moving forward. And so if you have been intrigued with the possibility of taking a river cruise vacation, we do river cruises right. Every one of our clients who has reserved and sailed on a river cruise, when they get back within 1 year or sooner, they book their next river cruise. And so welcome, I'm Lisa at Great Escapes. I'm a Waterways River Cruise specialist. And I plan and create amazing custom vacations. And today I'm hosting with Brandon Oscarson, who is my AmaWaterways rep. Welcome, Brandon. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me with you today.
Delighted to have you on. We are your river cruise professional experts. We know the rivers, we know the products, we've done them ourselves, and this is what we work with every day. And so let's see, you can learn about today. We're going to talk about some river cruise offers and savings that are limited time that end the end of January for 2021 and 2022. And we're going to go and talk quickly about the Travel Waiver Plus. This is about protecting your vacation investment that has extended through January 31st with AmaWaterways. And so let me just start sharing my screen here, Brandon. And let's talk about these. So for Brandon, tell us a little bit about this. This is one of my favorite slides.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful. And I love the quote you selected here. Oceans take you to countries, rivers take you through them, because the experience you have on a river cruise, you are going through the heart of these countries. They use these rivers for moving all kinds of things around the country. So a lot of the main cities are built right along the river. So on a river cruise, you get this incredible opportunity to step off the ship and be within the heart of town, anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. So it's a really amazing experience. And, we always start off every year with incredible promotions to just kind of get the new year off to a great start. And right now we have some of the most amazing promotions with the most incredible savings you are ever going to see with AmaWaterways in place. And that's what we're here to talk about today.
That is what we're excited about. And when I heard some of these promotions coming on just a few days ago, I had never heard of some of these incredible offers. And so this is what we're here. So one of these is complimentary pre or post land packages. This is a value up to $3,000. And we're going to go and talk about each one of these offers. So this one is reserved. It just says reserved by January 31st to take advantage of these offers.
Now, this originally was set to expire on December 31st, and it had so much traction and it was so popular, we extended it until January 10th. And we just decided, you know what? People love this. And I've been with Ama for 8 years. We've been in business for 18 years. We have never had an offer with such significant savings in place like this right here.
Yeah, I've never seen this one either. And so this takes us to the first land program that is included in your river cruise. Lake Como, Italy is an extension for the Rhine Castles and Rivers Tour on select 2021 and 2022 departures. Again, you must reserve by January 31st. And so one of the things on these land excursions are basically an extension from your 7-night river cruise. And there's a seamless transition right from the river cruise. This particular one goes through Switzerland and Lucerne with a stop in Lucerne, Switzerland before you land in beautiful Lake Como. And there's locally guided tours. You have you have 3 nights there with 4 and 5-star type luxury hotels. And Brandon, is there anything else you want to add on to this package?
Well, you know what? This is a brand new itinerary for us going into 2021. And I will tell you that this is one of the most popular European itineraries I'm seeing booked because Lake Como is part of it. And Lake Como is a big bucket list for a lot of people. I haven't been there yet. I know you've been there, and I've heard amazing and wonderful things about it. So I'm really excited to see that this is an option. And I will tell you that we are seeing a lot of bookings for this particular itinerary right here. So I would say if this is a place that you wanted to visit and you also want to do a nice little cruise along the Rhine River, this is, again, one of the most incredible savings you're going to have. And it's an amazing opportunity.
It is. And I want to comment on this picture. This is a picture that my client took on Lake Como from a private boat tour that I set up for them a couple of years, well, maybe just 2 years ago. And I just fell in love with this because it's just the essence of Lake Como, having a leisure boat ride on the lake. And it's basically Lake Como. If you haven't already known about it, it is this beautiful enclave of a beautiful, wide, winding lake. And it's set in the Swiss Alps in this stunning microclimate. So you've got this contrast of mountainous, and then you've got bougainvillea and date palms and all this lush tropical. So it's in this unique microclimate. But this is a terrific value. Again, it's about $3,000, $1,500 per person. And when you do your 7-night river cruise on the Castles and Rhine River, or the Rhine River, it's what is it, Brandon? Rhine River and Castles?
Rhine River and Castles,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's part of this one and select. And in 2021, there are 7 sailings. And in 2022, I think there's 33 different dates and sailings to choose from. Now, this one is for San Sebastian. And let me just, Brandon, why don't you go ahead and talk about this one?
So this is one of the land extensions for our Taste of Bordeaux itinerary. And it's interesting. Obviously, the river cruise experience is absolutely spectacular. That is what everybody is there for. But everyone I have met that has been to San Sebastian, they will tell you that it is the highlight of the entire trip. It is such a beautiful and special place. Situated in Spain. Everybody absolutely loves it. I can see a picture. You've obviously been there. This is another one. Our Taste of Bordeaux is by far one of our most popular France itineraries. And to be able to add this particular extension on at no additional cost, that savings is significant. And it is just going to make that vacation that much more special for you while you're having, again, another AMA experience.
And, you know, Brandon, this one is a little different. It's got 2 nights in Bilbao, Spain, and then 2 nights in San Sebastian.
Correct.
Again, this is a seamless transition from, doing the local guided touring in both of those destinations. This is really kind of out of the tourist path, but highly desirable places to go. And, with this, then it's a seamless transition to your river cruise to enjoy 7 nights river. So everything is all very well tailored with local guides. You have one thing I want to point out that comes to mind, Brandon, is that AmaWaterways, this is unique in the industry. AmaWaterways cruise managers, you're going to meet them when you travel with Ama, when you're going to meet your cruise director at the hotel. They're going to go with you the entire way. This is something that other companies don't even think of, but it's what the benefit to my clients and to AmaWaterways guests is they have this friendly, amazing person that they become lifelong friends with and is there to help them and be their concierge, be their, any tips and things you want about the destinations, because they're there all the time and they know the ins and the outs of each of these destinations. So, Brandon, we love that about AmaWaterways.
And you know what? You're right. It is unique in this industry. Typically, if you tie in a cruise and a land with anybody else, you're going to have tour guides on the land and cruise manager on the cruise. We really want you to have that one point of contact from the first to last day. So with this itinerary, once you arrive in Bilbao, you're going to meet your cruise manager at your hotel. They'll continue on to San Sebastian. They'll get on the cruise. And if you do the post in the Loire Valley and in Paris, they will move on to those as well because they are with you the entire time. And having that one point of contact, it helps you make the most out of your entire trip because they're essentially going to become your friend. Just like Lisa said, everybody who meets their cruise manager immediately has a new friend.
That's absolutely right. And so the other option for doing the offer for the free pre or post land package is for on the Danube. Now with this one, you have two cruise options. You can either do a 7-night river cruise on the Danube or a 14 extended night Danube River Cruise. And walk us through some of the inclusions on this one, Brandon.
Okay, so this is for our Gems of Southeast Europe or our 14-night Grand Danube. And it's, what's really interesting, we've noticed after 2020 that a lot of people are looking at 14-night cruises because people want to get away for a long time. We've all been kind of cooped up. So you've got some really amazing extensions here. You've got your 4 nights in Transylvania included with this. You can also take, I believe it's 2 nights in Budapest that are included as well, or you can take the 3 nights in Prague if you do the Grand Danube, which includes the entire trip.
Oh, wonderful. I love that. So that brings us again to all of these particular programs that we're talking about right now must be reserved by the end of January. So let's have that conversation. Let's find your dream river cruise. And again, these are for 2021 and 2022. Deposits are simple. And then Brendan, let's quickly talk about the Travel Waiver Plus option.
So our Travel Waiver Plus, if you're familiar with AmaWaterways, you've maybe sailed with us before, had bookings, maybe you've heard it called a worry-free travel policy. Essentially, it's a program that we've put together in-house where you can purchase the ability to change your mind for any reason whatsoever with no penalties, and we will just simply take whatever you have funds with us and move it to another date of your choice. If you don't take this Travel Waiver Plus policy and you want to move, you will be held to terms and conditions. So having this in place, especially with what's happened in the world over the last year, it is absolutely imperative to put this in place so that you have that flexibility if you decide that you would like to sell at another time.
That's right. And I can say, I think every one of my booked clients have this policy in place. It's reasonable and it's just a nice comfort thing to have in place for your booking because we all want to go and we don't know what, sometimes the conditions might be or if we're sick or something like that. But this is fantastic. And then we can have those things. They say planning is more than half the fun and we need this. So on our next offer that we're going to present. Oh, this just is a really fantastic slide. The top right is the Parliament building in Budapest, Brandon's favorite city. I already know.
I love it. I love Budapest.
And then also on the left, you see passengers who, with the river cruise, they're on bicycles, but the river cruise ship is behind them. So this is a really fun activity. All AmaWaterways river cruise ships have bicycles on board and helmets. And if you want to maybe get off and then go bicycling around the village or do a bicycle, maybe you get off and the river cruise ships meet you on the next stop and pick you up. This is just a really fun thing to do. You can go through vineyards, you can go through little villages, you can go on your own, or they have guides that will take you, activity guides. And then on the bottom right is just a beautiful picture of Amsterdam and the canals, which is included on the Rhine Castles. It's usually where you either begin or end on the Rhine Castles river cruise. And so there's just a couple of ideas of kind of getting you excited and thinking about yourself being on a river cruise. Brandon, this one is cool. I love stacking. What's better than a river cruise? A back-to-back river cruise. And what's better than that is stacking your sails. And this is what this is. So tell us about this.
So this is a great promotion, and we have it running until March 31st. So you've got time to get everything in place and get this booked. But I say right now, don't hold out. If you're thinking about going, get a hold of Lisa, talk to her, because there's so much pent up demand. People are really looking to start traveling as soon as possible. And if you're thinking about next year, you're not the only person. A lot of people are thinking about next year also. So be proactive and move quicker than waiting on it. But with this, it's amazing. So your first cruise, whatever promo is in place, you get that. With the second cruise, you get whatever promotion is in place. And after we've applied that discount, you get 10% off of the remaining. And that can be stacked. I have spoken to people who have booked up to 4 or 5. I know it seems like a lot, but we actually have clients who will go with us on many cruises back to back. They have booked back-to-back cruises where you will continue to get the 10% off along with all of the promotions in place. Combinable with our free land program, combinable with any other promotion that we have in place. And again, if you're looking to get away, I know, again, a lot of us have been home throughout 2020. You can take that extra time, go and explore Europe. I will tell you, river cruising, even if you have to get off one boat and go to another, it is by far the most exciting way to see multiple countries in a week. And you literally get on the ship, you unpack, and you get to go off and explore. You're not on a motor coach. You're not going from hotel to hotel. We are your luxury floating hotel. And we're just giving you incentive to go for a little bit longer, which, you know what, we all want to go for longer. We're just trying to make it easier for you to do it.
Well, that's why I love this. I have some clients for 2021 who are booked on back-to-back river cruises. And some of the things that I'm doing for them are the transition between one sailing and another. I'm handling, maybe there might be a day in between, maybe it's the same day that it starts, but I'm handling the transfers and the service and maybe some optional ideas in between. But there are thousands of options to choose from. For instance, my client, one of my clients is doing the Rhine Castles River Cruise. They're going from Amsterdam to Lake Como, and then they're going to fly over to Spain and do 3 nights pre-cruise that's part of the river cruise package. Then they're going to go up the Rhone River and then 7 nights on the river cruise there. Then they're going to go over on the train to Paris, where they get to spend 3 nights in Paris. So this is one example. And like, again, we're servicing and we're taking care of all those logistics and transfers for you through Great Escapes. So I love the stacking. Like I always say, what's better than a river cruise is a back-to-back river cruise. And then again, it's icing on the cake, stacking the sales, Brandon. I just love it. So let's visit about this. If this, again, 2021 and 2022, back-to-back river cruises, terrific values. And Brandon, so this is just talking a little bit about, I'm AmaWaterways certified advisor. I've done quite a bit of training and sailed with AmaWaterways. And so we have exclusive group savings that we put together every year. We do have a group savings for 2022. It's Paris to Prague. We still have a few spaces left. If you're interested in that, that is a phenomenal option. And we can do that. You can also scan that QR code and subscribe to my newsletter. We do these live chats, but we also send out newsletters with interesting and informative information on it. So Brandon, anyway, it's a quick chat today, but I love it. Thank you for joining and telling my clients about these fantastic offers.
Thank you so much for having me. It is always a pleasure. I love working with you, and thank you for supporting AmaWaterways. We really appreciate you and your business.
Thank you, Brandon. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.